The Power of Kindness, a Life-Changing Encounter. Lily Harper is no stranger to hardship. At just 23, she works long shifts at Rosie's Diner, a small, rundown restaurant in New York City. The faded paint on the walls and the flashing neon sign outside reflect her own struggles. Yet despite her challenges, Lily has something rare, a heart that never stops caring. Every night, after closing the diner, she has a simple routine. She collects leftover food and shares it with the homeless she sees on her way home. To her, it's a small gesture. To those she helps, it's a lifeline. A stormy night, an act of selflessness. One rainy evening, as the city streets glisten in the pouring rain, Lily notices a small figure huddled under a bus stop. A boy, no more than 8 years old, was shivering from the cold, his clothes soaked. Without hesitation, she knelt down beside him. "Hello, son. Are you okay? Where is your family?" The boy looked up, his eyes wide with fear. "I don't have anyone. I'm hungry." Without hesitation, Lily took his hand and led him back to the diner. She wrapped him in a blanket and placed a bowl of steaming soup in front of him. As he ate, his face lit up, and Lily felt warmth spread through her chest. What she didn't realize was that someone was watching. A billionaire's hobby. Across the street, a sleek black car was parked silently, the person sitting inside quietly observing the scene. James Dalton, a billionaire known for his business acumen and reserved personality, drove past the area, lost in thought. But then he saw Lily. At first, he was just curious, a young girl, out in the rain, kneeling beside a homeless child. But when he witnessed her kindness, something welled up inside him, a long-buried feeling of admiration. He scribbled down the name of the diner and drove away, but the image of Lily lingered in his mind. A surprise visit. A few days later, Rosie's Diner was busier than ever when the doorbell rang. Lily turned around and saw a well-dressed man enter. Although he seemed out of place in the unassuming diner, he chose a booth in the corner and watched her quietly. When Lily brought the check, he handed it to him without a word, but underneath the check was an envelope. Inside was a stack of crisp bills, more than any typical tip. Her hands trembled as she counted the money. By the time she ran out to find him, the shiny black car had disappeared down the street. A conversation that changed everything. The next day, the mysterious man returned. This time, he asked Lily to be his waitress. When she approached, he smiled and asked, "Do you remember helping that homeless boy the other night?" Lily blinked in surprise. How did you know that?" "I was watching," he admitted. "Not in a creepy way. I just happened to see what you did, and it impressed me." She laughed nervously. "Nothing really. He needed help."
Most people would walk past without thinking anything of it, James said firmly. He handed her another envelope. "Open it after I leave." When she opened the paper again, she almost dropped it. Inside was a check for $50,000. Beneath the huge sum were the words, "Your kindness has inspired me. Use it to create the future you deserve." The opportunity of a lifetime. The days turned into weeks. Lily paid off her debts, saved for her brother's education, and began to dream of something bigger. A coffee shop where no one was turned away, where those in need could find warmth and a meal. Then, one evening, as she walked home, a familiar black car stopped beside her. The window rolled down, revealing the face of James Dalton. "I was hoping to find you," he said with a grin. Lily's heart pounded. "Why did you give me all that money? Who are you?" He stepped out of the car, his expression both serious and kind. "My name is James Dalton. I own Dalton Enterprises." Lily gasped. "One of the richest men in the country?" "Why me? I didn't tell you who I was because I wanted to know who you really were. And you're worth investing in." He handed her a piece of paper. "Here's the deed to a small coffee shop downtown. It's yours now. Consider it an investment in someone worthy." Tears welled up in Lily's eyes. "I can't take this. It's too much." James smiled. "Just promise me one thing. Keep inspiring me. Keep helping others." A dream come true, Lily's coffee shop has become something.